Hey guys, and welcome to my daily flipping routine that I've used to make millions of gold in retail. So flipping is where you buy an item for cheap and then you resell it for more and you keep the profit in between. As you can see, you can make a lot of gold from flipping. I would say it is the best method of making gold in retail. If you know what you're doing, you can make crazy amounts of gold just by flipping and spending a few minutes each day doing this routine. So to start off with, what I do is I go on all my characters that I'm flipping on and I make sure to relist all the expired auctions. Now this is very, very important. There is absolutely no point of having them sit in your mailbox. You want to have them up on the auction house at all time. That way you have more of a chance to actually sell it, because obviously if it's not on the auction house, you cannot sell it. Now how I do this is I use TSM and I use special operations from my flipping guide to post the items. So these operations will have the items posted at a profitable price no matter what. So if I buy an item for a certain price, with the operations, every single time it will sell the item for more than what I paid for it by 50% minimum, and no matter what, it will be profitable. So you can't really go wrong with this operation. It's like fail-safe proof pretty much. You cannot mess it up whatsoever. So basically I just go through. Now I have characters on all the auction houses on the NA region. So I have a lot of characters which have items that I'm flipping on. So I'll go on every single character in all the different realms and I'll do this and I'll relist all my expired listings. Now this can take around 30 minutes or so because I'm on literally every single auction house realm on the NA region. So every single auction house, because some of them are connected together, like some auction houses have a few different realms connected to the one auction house, but I have a character on every single auction house on the NA region, and that's over 2 accounts. So what I'll do is I'll relist on absolutely all of my flipping characters, and the best thing about it is I post for a duration of 48 hours. So I only have to do this roughly every 48 hours. Now some items do expire like at a different time, so that is why I check on once a day see if I've got anything that I need to relist. Now it's super simple. I use the TSM macro, and what I've got it set to is when I scroll the mouse wheel up and down, it will post the item for me. So this way I can just sit there, scroll my mouse wheel up and down, and this will post my items all for me. So once I'm done on one realm, as you can see, I'll move on to the next realm and I'll just repeat the exact same process. I will get all the expired listings from the auction, from the mailbox, and then I'll quickly throw them up on the auction house, and then I'll move on to the next realm. So I'll zoom through this real quickly. It takes me about 30 minutes, like I said, if everything has expired across all of my realms. And then once I'm done that, it is time to do some shopping scans. Now I use the TSM groups from my flipping guide, and if you have the flipping guide, all you got to do is this right here and import the TSM string to this right here, and then you'll have my groups, my operations, and absolutely everything I use for flipping. Now if you don't have the flipping guide and you'd like to check it out, it will be the first link down below in the description box. It gives you all of my TSM operations and settings, plus I teach you how to actually flip on retail and also on Wrath Classic. So once you have all the groups in here, I go through, pick which groups I want to scan on this specific realm. And now I normally do my scans on high populated realms. Now that we can cross realm trade, I like to go on pretty much the highest populated realms, do the scans on there, because on them realms you can find some really cheap and good deals that people have posted. So I'll just let the scan finish on the groups that I've selected. And now once the scan is fully complete, on the side you can see that blue number. That is the percent of the market value. So I'll go through and I'll start from the bottom because they're normally the best deals, and I'll buy anything that is posted for a cheaper price than its market value and its region sale average. So if the buy price is cheaper than both of those TSM tooltips, then I'll go ahead and I'll buy the item. I also obviously pick ones that with a higher sell rate because they can sell a lot quicker, and also I look at a few more other things and criterias that the items have to meet before buying them, which you can find all of them inside the flipping guide, where I go really in depth on which items to actually buy. As you can see, we've brought up all the items. Now what we do is we'll post all the items, and with the operations from the flipping guide, if you're doing the cross round flipping part, it will have you only post one of each item on one auction house. So that is for the main reason where we can post just one of each item, and any ones that we have multiple of that same item, we'll be able to move that to a different realm. This way we have the same item, but we have it spread out across a whole heap of different realms, meaning we have a lot more buyers that are going to be buying the item. Instead of posting, say, all 10 of one item on one realm, where you'd still only sell like one, people wouldn't buy it, or 10. So what you do then is you can actually trade them to a different realm and cross realm trade them. This way they'll be on another auction house, and you'll have one of the item on each auction house. Now to do this, you're going to need 2 accounts, and what you want to do is add each other on Battle.net and then log in on both of the accounts. Now once you've done this, you want to group up in a party with your second account, and this will phase you to the exact same realm. So if you're on 2 different realms, that is how you get phased to each other, and then you can trade. So for an example, these 2 characters are on the same realm, but if they're on a different realm, you would have to party up, and then you'd be able to see each other, you'd go to each other, trade, and you just start trading off the items. Now on the second account, this second account is used to stock all the multiple items that you have when you buying your items. So you'll stock up all of them that you have more than one of on this second account, and then on the first account you'll go on the realms that you want to sell the items on, and you'll have to trade the second account, grab one of the items, one of each of the items, and then you want to throw them up on the auction house on the new realm, on the different realm. And just like that, the items will have went from one realm to another, where the prices are better. And then what you want to do, if you have, say you have more than 2 of an item, you'll just want to do this with a different realm, and then you can spread it out all across the different realms. Now we're going to be doing cross realm flipping. Now I'm going to be using the list from the flipping guide, where I have the top 100 items that I recommend flipping. Now what you're going to do is head over to a website called Undermine Exchange, and with the list of 100 items from the flipping guide, you'll search up each item, and you'll see if there's any really cheap ones of that specific item. So this website is great. It shows you a whole heap of data about the item, but the main thing that you want to be looking at is the thing down the bottom. So as you can see, there's one of these capes listed on Thrall for 15k. So we'll log over and we'll log into Thrall, and we'll go ahead and grab this. So as you can see, it's a very good deal. So it's for like 50k gold. It's worth 50k gold, and we just got it for 15k. So that's a nice 35k profit just off that one item, which is very good. And what I'll do is I'll do this with every single item from the flipping guide, where I have the list of the top 100 items to cross round flip. I'll go through all of them, and I'll buy all the items that are worth buying. So this is a plan. This plan is worth a lot of gold, and there's one realm that has one listed for 35k. So we'll jump over to this realm, which is Storm Rage. We'll go ahead and buy that recipe, and then we can either repost it up on Storm Rage, or we can move it to a realm which has an even better price for selling it. Now I recommend selling on all the realms. The best ones are probably high and medium pop. Full's good also, and you can get some good prices on the low realms also. Now that was it for my daily flipping routine, which I've used to personally make millions of gold. And if you'd like to learn how to flip how I am, you can check out my flipping guide, which will be the first link down below in the description box, and you get access to a private Discord. On top of that, you obviously get all my TSM groups and operations, and a step-by-step guide on how to flip in retail and also in Wrath Classic. And you get a bunch more stuff with the flipping guide. So it teaches 5 other methods to flip on retail, so like market resetting, material flipping, and a bunch of different ways to flip. And I'd just like to say a huge thank you to everyone that has been leaving positive feedback about the guide. It really means a lot. Now, if you'd like to check out the flipping guide and get a copy yourself, like I mentioned before, it'll be the first link down below. Till next one, take care.